Sometimes we ask God, give us money. Give us money. I don't bother asking God to give me money if I don't know what I will need to do with the money. My lawyer is here. There was a time when God spoke to me, we buy our next property next to Karen. We needed $500 million. So I went to God and I said, God, give me money. God said, I'll pay for it. Our lawyer knows. Less than five months, the money, and we never fundraise. No harambes. Go on your knees to God. He's the giver of all things. Tell God, this is your kingdom business. No fundraising, no nothing. We went to God and we put it there. Every time we're buying something, my lawyer would always ask me. Thank you, Senator Veronica and Mrs. Mahimu, stand up. I love these girls here. And we have another beautiful lady. We call her Makweni Express, Esther Ngomet. Very influential woman, very seasoned women. You may have your seats. So every time I tell them we are buying something, they would always ask me, do we have money or is the one of faith? She's sitting there. Every time I say, we're going for this, they always, the first question, is it the faith one or we have money? I said, no, we don't have money, but we have the faith that buys things. And Mrs. Mahimu knows where I have taken her through a process of faith. I see, God, have you ever done something? Have you ever lived anywhere in any neighborhood and you made the house look so beautiful? When the owner of the home came, they increased the rent. You planted flowers, there are pots there. Then he starts to say, my house in Nyumba. He doesn't know you have made an effort. So every office we did have, we improved it. And everywhere we went, the rent would be increased. So I prayed, and God told me, I will give you an office building. Let me tell you something. I preach the faith I live. I told God, so where is this building? I was shown the direction. Let me tell you something. When God wants to give you something, don't take anybody with you. Especially if you don't know where it is. Because there was where were we going? How far are we? No, don't allow anybody to accompany. So I drove around the Gara area. I hit the end. I go this direction. I hear the voice say, you are too far. I turn back again. I'm driving myself. You've gone too far. And then suddenly I drive and I come. And I park the car and I'm told, I'll give you that building. I called somebody that I knew. He's gone home to be with the Lord. Mrs. Mayu knows this man. And I said, do you know the Indian who owns this? He said, yeah. At a given time, he told me he was selling it, but he changed his mind. I said, can we go see him? So I told my lawyer, let's go to Mombasa. We're going to meet this man. So we meet this Indian, and he said, I used to want to sell it, but I changed my mind. I preached to him the gospel of Jesus Christ. That you need me to enjoy your money, sir. You don't know this one. Because I preach to the gangsters. And they give their life to Christ. Criminals who will... Then he started saying, you know, when you say you preach to criminals, we have an experience. We shipped 7 gods from India. 7! Like this, 7. We shipped them. Is it how many were stolen? 2 gods were stolen. 2. Can you imagine? 2 gods. 2 gods were stolen. Maybe there was a conspiracy between our Indian communities because they were pure gold. I say, oh, sir, I feel so sad. But I serve a God who can never be stolen. We went on. Before we knew it, we struck a deal. And so we say we're going to buy you, we're off and everything. So now the lawyer is looking at me, do we have the money? I said, we have the faith that brings the money. So strike the deal. So we strike a deal right there and there. And we say, yep. So let's do the paperwork. Then we start the journey. Some of you want God to give it to you, but God is waiting for you to put your faith in it so he can give it to you. I know I'm talking to people here who have had faith of something, but they have never moved. They have never moved. If God showed you that apartment, have you visited it? Have you asked the cost? Have you negotiated? Have you consulted? You don't have to have the money. All you need is faith in God. If you can have that faith, faith was something else. I remember one time, Pastor Kathy, now Dome is here. Remember one time you're purchasing a certain property, and for some reason you lost it. And they came to me lamenting, crying. And I told them, when you finish crying, we can talk. Tell your neighbor, that's their mother. So I said, when you finish crying. So I said, yeah, we now, I said, so what are you thinking of doing? Now we are thinking to go to the church, and we tell the church. I said, stop! You tell the church what? You lost. You tell the church you lost something? Would they trust you again? You never accept defeat. You are born to be a fighter. Tell them we are making very good progress towards the project. Suddenly, the land, 10 acres where you are at, showed up. Never give up your faith. Keep holding. Even when your faith is challenged, never give up. I wish you were sitting next to somebody who likes talking. You can tell them. Go shop without money. Because you have the three things. And the three things are what? Put your hands together for Jesus. You have the three things. Trade with the three things. Don't be mean. When God blesses you,